How's it going? This is Shane Thomas, ready to show you another country classic on acoustic guitar. This time, this video, we are going to learn Carrying Your Love With Me by George Strait. This song was a #1 hit for George Strait. What isn't a #1 hit for George Strait? It seems like everything he records, it's a #1 hit. It was off the album of the same name, Carrying Your Love With Me. Came out in 1997. It was written by songwriter Steve Bogard and Jeff Stevens. Jeff Stevens wrote Reckless for Alabama, I Fell in the Water by John Anderson, Carried Away by George Strait. So very talented musician and songwriter. This song always reminds me of this scene I'll never will forget the rest of my life. Me and my buddy Tom Hatfield were going down to Nashville and on this road trip, and we stopped. We just crossed the Kentucky-Tennessee line and got some gas. And I never will forget, as we're pulling out this gas station, we see this pickup truck with this dog on top. They had like a hound, coon dog, kind of a blue, whatever, tick hound or whatever them dogs are called. It was standing on the cab of this pickup truck, not the bed of the pickup truck, but the cab of the pickup truck. And this song was playing as we saw that memorable scene as we were heading down to Nashville. So, Shane T's got a sweet tea ready. You grab the beverage of your choice. If you're not thirsty, please grab your acoustic guitar and let's learn how to play Carrying Your Love With Me by George Strait. All right, let's learn the chords and strumming pattern to Carrying Your Love With Me by George Strait. This song has a handful of chords. They're not too bad. It does use a capo. The way I play it uses a capo, makes those chord changes a lot easier on you. You're going to thank me if you have a capo when we're playing a song like this. But it's fairly simple. The chords, as you see on your screen right there, are the G major chord, the B minor chord. You can also take your pinky off and play that B minor like that. The C major chord, the D major chord, and the E minor chord. But when we play the D chord, you're going to have some variations. So we're going to play like the D with the thumb in the bass right here. That's the D, F sharp. And we're going to play the D7. And then sometimes, and you'll see this as I play along with the song, when we play that D major chord, I'm going to add my pinky to that chord. That makes a D sustained 4, I believe the technical chord is. It's also the intro to Free Fallin' if you're interested. But I digress. But those are the main chords of this song, Carrying Your Love With Me. Now, let's learn the strumming pattern. Anybody that watches these videos know that I don't get too hung up on the strumming pattern. I wish I was more technical, but I'm not. I try to match what I hear, what I feel. So it's not the most technical way to play the acoustic guitar. I'm sure online there's probably some strumming patterns of how to play this strumming pattern of this song, because to me it varies. Like the intro is like down, down, up, down. Then you got like down and up when the chorus comes around. So if all else fails, just play down and up. But if you like me when I'm playing, I like these little pauses. So I got like downstrokes mixed with a little upstroke real quick. So I'm sorry, I wish I could give you the official strumming pattern, but I'm not sure what that is, because I play it by feel, and it varies throughout the song. All right, so those are the chords. That is the strumming pattern, I think. Well, when all else fails, just play down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and I think you'll be all right. And the folks are still going to know what you're playing, and you're going to have fun playing this song. Speaking of playing this song, let's play along with this song. All right, now that we know the chords and the strumming pattern, let's put it all together and let's play along with this wonderful song. As we play along with the song, check out the lyrics and chord changes above me here on the screen so you'll know where to change your chords. Again, we want to use a capo on the 3rd fret. The 3rd fret is very key to this song. I think it matches the original recording very well. I think some live recordings I've seen George Strait play of this song, he uses a capo. So we're going to use it, and we're going to play along with this song. Now the intro, I'm not going to show you in this particular video how to play like that intro. I love the guitar, the lead guitar. I think it's a Telecaster in that song, and I love it. So I'm not going to show you how to play the intro in this song. Most of the people that watch my videos just want to learn the chords and strum along to the song. But if you want me to make a video of the intro of Carrying Your Love With Me, leave them in the comments below and I'll make a separate video. It wouldn't be too hard to learn. I could show you on the acoustic guitar and on the electric guitar too, if you're interested. But for this purpose of this video, we're just going to strum along with the song and play those chords. So the chords in the intro is G, dun, 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 to B minor. Real quick, C, and back again to G, dun, 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 to B minor again. And again, when I play the B minor, you can also, so that's a B minor. You can also take your pinky off. I think that's like a B minor 7, so that could work too. So dun, 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 dun. Without the pinky to C, back to G, dun, 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 to B minor, to D. Now, one of the things I love about music is a lot of it is patterns. And so you're going to see this pattern quite a bit throughout the song when you play the intro lick, and there's like a little where they play it again after one of the other sections of the song. But it's simply like, just think of it like 2 laps or 2 rotations. The first rotation is G to B minor to C. Then that's our first lap. Now the second lap or second rotation is G, B minor, D. So pretty much you just do that twice, but the only thing different is that 3rd chord. The first time around it's the C major chord, the second time around it's the D major chord, and that leads you right into the first verse, and we're going to start singing. So let's learn verse 1. So one cool thing about this song is the second time around in that intro where we played the G, B minor, then we go down to the D. Well, that's where we need to be when we start verse number 1. So right here on the D major shaped chord, and you remember we're playing using the capo. We start right there, D shaped chord, and we start singing. Baby, all I got is this beat up leather bag, up to G, back down to D, and everything I own don't fill up half, back to G. Now we go down to C, but don't you worry about the way I pack, up to G. All I care about is getting back real soon, down to D. Now it gets a little, I hate to interrupt the momentum, but I do want to show you this. Right here as we're leading up to the chorus, basically the last line of the verses, you do different variations with this D chord. So that's the D major. Then I'm going to put my thumb on the 2nd fret from the capo. That's that F sharp. It's not really an F sharp since we're using a capo, but that's the chord shape. So I put my thumb right here on the 2nd fret from the capo on the top string, the 6th string. So it's so far a goodbye kiss. And I got my thumb right there on that 6th string. Is all I need from you. Then I play the D7 chord. And see how that walks it up almost? Leads it up to the chorus. So D, D with that F sharp in the bass. And then eventually the D7. So let's play the first verse in its entirety again. and you'll have the chords you need for the verses. Right here on the D major chord. Baby, all I got is this beat up leather bag, G. And everything I own don't fill up half, G. Down to C. But don't you worry about the way I pack, back up to G. It's getting back real soon, D. Now here's that little walk. A goodbye kiss is all I need from you, D7. Let's go into the chorus. All right, let's play the chorus. G major shaped chord is where we're going to start. 'Cause I'm carrying your love with me. E minor, West Virginia down to Tennessee. Speaking of C, the chord shape C. I'll be moving with the good Lord's speed to D. Carrying your love with me. Back up to G. It's my strength for holding on. E minor, every minute that I have to be gone. To C. I'll have everything I'll ever need to D. Carrying your love with me. Back up to G. Then you, just like the intro, you play the G to B minor. First time around, C. Good. G. Second time around. B minor, D. And that sets us up to go into verse number 2. Verse number 2, you're going to use the same exact chords as verse number 1. Right here on the D major chord is where we start. On a lonely highway, stuck out in the rain. D. Darling, all I have to do is speak your name. G. Down to C. The clouds roll back and the waters part. About to G. The sun starts shining in my heart for you. Y'all got this. Good job. Now here's that chord progression again, that D chord progression then. Put that thumb on that 6th string, 2nd fret. You're right there in everything I do. D7. Repeat that chorus. I'm carrying your love with me. West Virginia down to Tennessee. I'll be moving with the good Lord's speed. Down to D. Carrying your love with me. It's my strength for holding on. Every minute that I have to be gone, I'll have everything I'll ever need. Now, I failed to mention in that first verse, when we go down to like the word D, you can put that pinky on it and make that sustained chord. Like need. Back to D, carrying your love with me. Back up to G. I love that progression, that G, E minor, C, D. There's so many songs, hundreds of songs, if not thousands of songs that use that progression. And this chorus uses that progression. All right, after we play that chorus for the second time, you're going to hear a steel guitar solo. All you have to do is play that chord progression you've been playing in the chorus. So G, E minor, C, D. Now right here we want to play that pinky right there on the 3rd fret, 1st string, that D sustained chord. Then take your pinky off and you're right there at the D major chord. Now they have a unique little section of this song. Remember how in the intro we talked about 2 laps, 2 rotations. The first lap is G, B minor, C. And then the second lap or second rotation is G, B minor, D. Well, this time, the first lap we're going to do just like we've been doing. G to B minor, C. But the second time around, this time, George is going to sing I'm Carrying Your Love With Me. And you're going to play the G, B minor, D. So it's like this. I'm carrying your love with me. G, B minor, D. Now you can do that sustain there and pull your pinky off and play the D if you like, whatever your preference is. And now the last part of this song, we're just going to strum along with the chorus again. Have some fun, enjoy this chord progression, enjoy this very catchy chorus that this song has. So right here on the G, let's strum along. I'm carrying your love with me, West Virginia down to Tennessee. I'll be moving with the good Lord's speed. Remember that pinky. Carrying your love with me. G. E minor. You can keep singing if you want, or you can play just the chords, whatever your preference. And that's how you play Carrying Your Love With Me by George Strait. If you love George Strait, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you hadn't already, I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can get all the latest guitar tutorials and acoustic guitar lessons as soon as I publish them. All right, I want y'all to keep humming and strumming and humming. Take care. I'll have every